the ministry has just established some new relationships with Florida-based universities. About 5 to 7 of us were in Florida for a period of 10 or 11 days. We visited between 13 to 15 universities and colleges. I will share with you the purpose of our visit and what we were able to accomplish. One of the pillars of our hashtag Educate St. Lucia initiative is to afford students who come from families where no one has been to college or university the opportunity to do so, not at your family's expense, but by creating greater opportunity for you, greater access to universities that otherwise you would not have been able to afford. So that was one reason for going. The second was that we recognize we do have some fantastic programs at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. However, some of the universities overseas are not aware of the value or the quality of education that you receive at Sir Arthur Lewis. And so when you go overseas, in some cases you have to start all over, and little or no recognition being given to the fact that many of our Sir Arthur Lewis graduates hold what is called an associate's degree, which means you're halfway there. And ideally you should not have to start from scratch. So we were able to engage those colleges and universities to encourage them to consider what we call a transfer modality, or a 2+2+1. What do I mean by that? That as a graduate of Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, if you were to access certain programs at the various universities we engaged, that you would not have to start from year one, that you would be credited for your Sir Arthur Lewis courses or associate's degree. The other thing is that in some cases, we could also put you in a fast track to a master's program, where you do a two-year, having done 2 years at Sir Arthur, you do another 2 years at the institution in Florida, and one additional year, and you get a master's degree. The other thing we're able to negotiate is that, in keeping with our recently launched National Sports Academy, that we created more opportunities for our students who are interested in developing a career in sports. And so we were able to negotiate the possibility of affording our graduates from the National Sports Academy or the St. Lucia Sports Academy greater access to degree programs in Florida, but also ensure that they have the opportunity to advance their sporting career as well, which is a dual path of development. We were also able to negotiate opportunities for teachers who want to upgrade their skills, who want a bit of a refresher course, because you know how fast the world is changing. And coming from the third world, we don't have all the resources. In the more advanced countries, they've got the resources, so their techniques are more advanced, they're on the ball. But we should not be held back because we do not have resources. We have great friendships out there, great benevolent partners who we can tap into. So we've started those conversations, and in time you will have some MOUs, articulation agreements, the announcement of partial and full scholarships, all of which would have been born out of these conversations in Florida. I want to encourage you, it is not too early for you to start to give consideration to what do I want to be? What do I want to become? And to recognize that if you were to go to Sir Arthur Lewis, you already on track to achieving that dream by investing 2 years at Sir Arthur Lewis. That those 2 years would not be lost ultimately if you were to decide to transfer to a US-based university. So it was a very, very successful tour, very successful set of engagements, and in time I think it will materialize into very tangible opportunities for you. Do you know what you want to come? No, not yet. What about you? A flight attendant. Do you know how to swim?
Yeah.
Do you like geography?
No.
Oh, so part of the career guidance counseling that we need to give is if you all thinking of becoming a flight attendant, you just may need to know a little bit about geography. Just maybe. I don't know for sure, but just intuitively, I'm thinking, geography might help. It would be an asset. It may not be a requirement or core requirement, but I'm sure it'll be an asset. And these are the kinds of conversations when you talk with the various employers here that you can start to say, oh, and that's why it's good to have a sense of where you want to go because that affects your subject choices. And then you don't want to find yourself after having completed A level and thinking, oh, I look nice and dandy, I can become a flight attendant. It's like, oops, I should have done those various subjects earlier on. Okay, so that's the beauty of career fairs such as this. That's the beauty of the college readiness fairs that we do. The beauty of the career fair, the beauty of the college readiness fair is that it gets you thinking about the next step in your career development and ensuring that you are satisfying all the prerequisites.